is happening, everybody? I'm Larry Roberts.
And I'm Sarah Lucy, and this is Brandon, your comprehensive guide to creative branding.
And on this episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about dun, dun, dun,
Podfest!
Yay! We just got back from Podfest. And man, it was a wild ride.
I'm still recovering. I haven't slept. I need a coma.
I actually was sitting at my desk last night watching the new He-Man cartoon on Netflix because it's amazing. And I was only on episode 2, and I had my little legs propped up on my desk, had my little whoopee wrapped around me. I was all cozy and warm and had my headphones on and just He-Man in it, and I was toast. That's how tired I think it was like 8:30, something like that. And I was just gone.
Like, conferences are a lot. And this time it was even more so because usually every time we go to Podfest or most conferences, we speak. So there's one day that we have to be really on and be all prepared, all of that. But this time we spoke and sponsored. So for the first time at Podfest, we had a booth, and you're just constantly on your feet, constantly moving. I probably burned like 4,000 calories a day just at the booth. It was so exhausting.
Yeah, maybe I need to step on the scale, see where I'm logging in at. That'd be kind of cool if I dropped a few lbs. That'd be awesome. But you're right, man. It was organized chaos, and some of it was really just pure chaos. But
yes,
because the booth was amazing. I had a great time with our booth. You did a tremendous job coming up with the idea to design it as a photo booth with this amazing inflatable flashing lights backdrop that was just super cool and got everybody's attention. And, I think one of the things too is, man, that expo hall was just slammed.
Yeah, it was constantly packed, and we had like lines of people wanting to take photos. And it was really cool to see how much it resonated with people, though, because we were really excited about our idea, and it was like layers and layers of puns. We talked about this on a previous episode, but we are building brands that stick, and our logo is a bunch of stickers. So we have you come into our photo booth, take a photo of yourself, and it gets printed out as a sticker, and our sticker logo is on it and everything. And people they got it, which was really cool. I would say yeah, you get a sticker, and they're like, oh, because it's like your logo is a sticker. Oh, like I see like brands that stick. That's so clever. So they really got it. And considering like we talk about branding and we're like claiming to be these branding experts, having people actually see like, oh no, they're legit. Like they get it.
Yeah.
Like that was really like, I guess like confirming of, what we know, but now like they get it.
Now we knew, and now we know. So now we're good to go. But no, it was super cool to see that. And every time you told somebody what our booth was and how it worked, I don't think there was a single person that didn't go, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's a sticker. Oh my, that is amazing. They were just really, really blown away by the concept, and everybody had a ton of fun. We had those inflatable instruments and inflatable microphones, which those were a big hit since it's a podcast conference. It just balloons everywhere, you name it. It was a fun and festive environment. And they didn't give out awards for the best booth, but
I'm ordering one for us on Amazon.
I think we should 100%. We should definitely order ourselves the number one booth at Podfest for 2024. I don't know that there was even another competitor, and I'm being serious now. There was one other booth that was kind of engaging and interactive, and that was the Mopod guys.
Always.
But they are leaders in the conference industry, and actually they helped inspire us take our conference game to the next level. And now they cheated. They cheated big time. They were over there. They had that whole beach theme set up. They had a light brown rug that looked like sand, and they had beach chairs. They had an igloo ice chest sitting there. Ice chest was full of beer. And I think on day 2, I happened to walk over there, and they're passing out shots of an $1,800 bottle of Japanese bourbon. And I'm like, guys,
how can bourbon cost that much?
Yeah, it must have been aged dramatically. I don't know.
Throw back to our last episode, but no, that's not worth it.
Well, you got to keep in mind that those guys, they party like rock stars
I
20.
know.
So I guess it's worth it to them. But aside from the cheaters that were passing out booze, uh, I think
Love you guys.
yeah, we do love you guys because you guys are very helpful and enjoy working with you and seeing you all the time. But yeah, I think other than those guys, we definitely had the top notch booth at the spot.
I think it's interesting how many people just don't take advantage of the opportunity of an expo hall booth. And it's exactly like it was exactly what when we were talking about our idea and planning it out, everyone did exactly what we said we didn't want to do.
Yeah,
It was just tables with stuff that had their logos on it and like t-shirts, which everyone loves a free t-shirt, yeah, but like we have plenty of them.
yeah. I mean, what are you giving away gardening shirts, or
Yeah, like it's my pajamas t-shirt.
you're
No
giving
one's
away a shirt that nobody cares about. They don't think
yeah.
twice about it. Yeah,
I'm not wearing that in public. I'm wearing it to bed.
yeah, yeah,
If you just take a few extra minutes, like really put thought into it and make something that's on brand and that's original, and especially something that is interactive. Like that's what we found to be the most key element was that it's interactive. And yes, we printed out their photos as stickers, but we also they get the photos. It gets emailed to them. That's part of the lead generation funnel is that we get their email address in exchange for their photo. But even the photo in their email has our logo on it. And now all over social media is our logo. We've gotten so much user generated content from this booth because people like to post photos of themselves.
mm,
And a lot of times you take a lot of photos at these events, but you don't take photos of yourself. Like you're just taking photos of other people. So when you actually get this picture, that's super fun. You got to approve it before you send it to yourself. So you know you like the photo.
yeah. You're happy with it.
And yeah, so they're all over. People are posting them to their own social media. They're posting them to the Podfest groups, whatever it is. Everywhere I look, I see our logo.
Yeah, you can't beat that. And like I said, I think a lot of it too. It's just the color. It was bright. It was vibrant. There was different colored lights that we had flashing. We had strobe lights. We had everything going on. And if you're looking at some of the booths that are around us and some of the traditional booths that you see at these things, if you think about the pipe and drape, that's the framework of a booth, and the curtains that literally separate the booths. 99% of the time, it's just black curtains,
Mhm.
and then somebody's taking their logo and draping it across that black curtain. They have a black tablecloth. There's zero color. There's zero interest. It's just the product. No disrespect to the gentleman that was next to us. He had a very technical booth, but he had nobody getting eyes on his booth. Well, one, because we were stealing all the attention. Sorry about that. Not sorry about that. But at the same time, he didn't go above and beyond to get any attention or any eyes on his booth. Had a really cool product. He had a portable recorder and actually a whole series of portable podcast recorders, which
Oh, is that what that was?
yeah, look, you were next to him for 3.5 days and you go, oh, is that what that was?
My
Yeah, that's
bad.
exactly what it was. I stepped around the corner to see what he had going, but
I
he didn't.
lent him a tripod.
You did what?
I lent him a tripod. That was
Oh,
about it.
super cordial of you there. So but I mean that's kind of where it's at, and I think that's the lesson that we learned walking away from this was that you have to do that one thing, whatever that thing is, to stand out. You have to be engaging. You have to throw some color at people. You have to get their attention, and you have to have somebody at your booth all the time. And if it wasn't for the two ladies that helped us at our booth, we never would have been able to pull it off.
Shout out to Ryan and Amanda. They are absolutely amazing. And we would not have been able to do it without them.
Not a chance. And they were amazing representatives, not just of our booth, but of our brand. Super cordial, super friendly, super helpful. Just they were super engaged. And I'm using super a lot, but they just did a super job. I'm super impressed and I'm super thankful. And hopefully someday we'll have the opportunity to work with them again because it was just a super experience overall.
New brand tagline is building super brands that stick.
Super brand. Yeah. So
No, but it really it was great. And I think it was interesting because it was the first time we really debuted this brand at Podfest. And Podfest is an environment that I say we, but it's really you, like already are known. So that was really interesting too, to kind of come in, like we have our own brands. People recognize my brand, like Favorite Daughter, because I debuted at last Podfest. That
Right.
was when I like my public launch was Podfest, and you're the mayor of Podfest, so everybody knows you. But it was cool to have people recognize the new brand and then put the pieces together of like, oh, this is you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And that
And
was
yeah,
amazing. And it resonated. I saw that it resonated. And it's funny because we see the evolution. I've been working together now for, I don't know, a little over a year. And I'm not sure that people really saw what in the heck was going on with those two, But once they saw what we were doing and they saw how legit the booth was and they saw how legit our approach to branding and everything was, they were like, oh my gosh. And it was almost like an instant acceptance and instant respect that we gained from within our own community. And that was really, I don't know, it was reassuring and reaffirming, and it just felt really good overall.
yeah, and having this booth also kind of lit a fire under us to start taking ourselves more seriously too. Like we had our podcast website, listentobranded.com, of course, for the show, but we had been using like the branded brand for like as a company, and we didn't have a website. So getting ready to go into Podfest, we like launched a new website. Everyone go check it out, workwithbranded.com. But like we launched a new website, we launched the social media handles, and we migrated our podcast off of Podpage and onto our WordPress. And we just like really started to take what we were doing more seriously, because
Mm.
we would take Red Hat Media very seriously and Favorite Daughter very seriously. And Branded was just kind of a label that we were using, that was kind of just a culmination of our two brands. But I love that being put into that position and having to really go all in on Branded,
Yeah.
it expedited that process. So now, like, we showed that what we do is legit to our audience, but it also kind of showed to us that it is as well. So that, I think that was a really good thing for us.
Yeah, like I said, it was just kind of a solidifying moment that demonstrated that we are here and we're here to play and we're here to play to win, and everybody recognized that, and it was just super cool to experience that. And I think it just drove home the lessons that I don't know, what episode is this, 34, 35 of the brand?
38.
Yes, 38.
I
Wow.
think it's 38, 37 to 38.
I like to dial those numbers back a little bit. Yeah, I'm somewhere in that neighborhood of whatever episode number this is as well. But it just reinforces that all of the advice and all of the input we've given on the podcast these last 35-ish episodes works. We proved it, and we
Mhm.
walked away with a tremendous number of potential clients, potential relationships. We made new friendships. We reinforced our brand strength. We reinforced our personal brands, and I just I can't say enough about it, because it was just really, really cool to see all of that come together in the way that it did.
Yeah, I think for anyone listening, if you're going to be doing something like this, if you're going to sponsor a conference, you really have to remember that it's not about you, it's about your brand, and do everything that you can to pull that brand to the forefront.
Hmm.
You're Yes, you're sponsoring and that gets you the attention, but what are you going to do with that attention? How are you going to capitalize on it? And I've helped other people out at their booths in the past, and they didn't have any ways to capture email addresses. They didn't have the proper signage for people to really understand what they were doing. And I guess I kind of was able to learn from mistakes I'd seen and make sure that we had everything in place. So we walked away with like, we had just created our email list, and
Hmm.
we have 300 or 400 people already on it because of everything we put in place to capture those email addresses.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, we said this on the last episode, but it's not enough to give them your contact information and give them a business card. You need to get theirs so that you're in control,
oh
because
my
you
God.
can't.
Sorry, you triggered me.
Oh my God.
You said business cards, man. And, we did the giveaway for a podcast audit, and we had
Yeah.
a business card bucket per se. I don't think it was
Hmm.
a bucket, but what do we use? Something to capture
It,
business cards.
it
Just a,
was a
a bucket.
container.
container. Okay? Sounds better
It's
than a
supposed to
book.
be a fishbowl, but it's what I had.
Sounded better than a book, and I'll tell you that. But going through those business cards, man,
Oh my god.
we need to do an entire episode on business cards, Sarah.
Seriously.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all step your game up. I'm sorry. We've
Man,
talked about our business cards and how seriously we take them and the effort that we put in, the money that we spend, but some of the business cards we were given were so terrible.
I don't even. Some of them I don't understand the purpose. And we were going through the business cards because, of course, you give us your business card. Well, now we have your email address, and
Yeah,
we collect that
that's
email.
the point.
Yeah, yeah. So going through each
Nothing is actually free, guys.
no, free, but now we get to email you from time to time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, man, I was going through these cards, and some of them. Okay, I don't have the best eyesight, and full disclosure, these are bifocals. Okay, these are transition lenses, so I should be able to see up close. And I'm sitting here looking at his card, and I'm experiencing physical pain
Yeah.
trying to read this .2 font that is on this business card.
Seriously. When y'all are designing your business cards, set up what if it's Canva, whatever it is, set up the like your design canvas to be like the to scale because it will tell you then what font size you're actually using. And
Yeah,
if it's like 4, maybe up it a little bit.
yeah.
I would say don't go below like 8, and even that's kind of small.
I mean, the whole purpose of a business card is what? To exchange contact information.
Yeah, if we
And if
can't
you
read
can't
it,
read it, there's no contact. I mean, if I didn't really want these email addresses, like really want them, I would have looked at that and went, nope. And
some of them didn't have email
some of them didn't even
addresses.
have email addresses. No, they didn't have email
Well,
addresses.
what am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. It just had a name and even not even like a person's name, like their brand name. And
Yeah.
you turn it over and there's nothing on the back. There may be a QR code that says scan this, but why am I going to scan it? I don't know who you are. And if I'm not attached to or feel a need to inquire about your product or service, I'm definitely not going to take the time to set it
Yeah.
down and scan the QR code. Man, there's just a lot to learn there.
Yeah. So I mean, the people whose cars didn't have email addresses, I'm sure I could have like scanned a code, gone to their website and found an email. But if you give me your card that doesn't have an email, I don't take that as permission to email you, so I don't do that.
Right.
And so then like I don't like that kind of sucks for us because then we're losing out on that contact. But then it's like, how many people have you given this to as like a hey, reach out to me, and they can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like it's not good.
No, maybe we need to, like I said, do an entire episode and break down the different
Yep.
components of a business card. And
Yeah. I mean, I posted recently like all the mistakes I made with my business card in the past and like how I fixed it and everything. If y'all aren't following us on social, we do have social handles now. So stick with branded everywhere. Go follow us. So many calls to action in this episode.
I know. Go to our new website.
Go to our website. Go to our social. Do all the things that we tell people not to do.
Yeah, download my talk, and we have a book for sale, and I got a book for sale too, and we all have all this good stuff.
For the person who stole our workbook off our table, Venmo us.
Congrats to the person with the sticky fingers. That
Yep.
did seem to be a bit of a problem on a couple of different fronts there at Podfest. We got our book stolen right off of our table, right under our noses. Because it was so chaotic, you could just pick it up and walk off, and you're probably not going to.
Yeah, my PayPal email address is sarah@favoriteDaughterMedia.com. Send us that $25.
Yes, please. That'd be amazing.
But seriously, some like back to the business cards, some of them didn't have email addresses, but the part that just like hurt my soul the most were some people spelled their email addresses wrong.
Yeah. .con.
I had a .con. I had MAM instead of MAN. I had someone including www in their email address. That's your URL. That's not your email. Like,
I was like, hold on, man. Now you get a little bougie. You can still put the triple dub at the front of your URL, but if they did that on their email address,
on their email,
that's pretty funny.
I had .og instead of .org.
Oh.
And I'm like, I know that like there's a lot of different dots at this point. There's a million you can put anything.
Yeah.
So I actually did go to their website to see if it was correct. It wasn't.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I'm like a .og. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still a lowercase g.
but now I'm a big G. Anyways,
A
no,
real G.
and that was kind of a highlight too, man. The 90s party that Saturday night was off the hook.
Oh,
You
that
and
was
I
fun.
maintained our consistent branding because what? We were freaking, what do you call them? Twinsies? Twinsies?
Twinsies.
All right. I call them Twinkies, but you call them twins.
That's a different thing.
No, it's not a different thing. That's
It's a
twink.
different thing.
That's a different thing.
It's not us. But no, it was a 90s theme party. We showed up in our like Saved by the Bell print hoodies and shirts, and my shoes lit up all week. And
Oh, that's right.
oh my God, I've never gotten so many compliments on a pair of shoes.
I know.
And everyone's like, "Where did you get those?" I'm like, "Amazon. Where do you get everything?" Like, just look. They're like, "How do you find them?" Like, look up light up shoes.
Yeah, dude.
I did not do much research.
But still, you have that creative thought process, which makes all the difference in the world. Because I remember back in the day, people would go like, "Well, when I was trying to write code when I still worked in corporate, they go just Google it and get the answer to what you need to write." I'm like, I don't even know what to Google. So how am I supposed to Google something and I don't even know what question to ask? But you know what to look for. You know what products to find. You know from a creative perspective what to see, what's out there. And I think a lot of people still struggle there a little bit.
Yeah, no, but I was getting so many compliments on my light up shoes, and it's Cinderella is proof that a good pair of shoes can change your life, and I think we've proven that again.
I think so. I think so. So, well, man, I think we just proved that if you're consistent in your branding and you're creative and you create an engaging,
And you spell check.
welcome space, and you do spell check and you use fonts that are big enough and you have light up shoes, and if you have a 90s party dressed like you're Saved from the Bell, that you'll end up having a very, very successful conference regardless of what that conference is.
We've also proven that we're getting really bad at ending episodes.
Oh, is that where we're at? We're at the
Oh,
end?
I don't know. I don't know if you attended the end of my session. I think you left early, but I ended. So
pulled away.
Yeah, because I spoke at Podfest. I ended my episodes literally saying I ended my presentation literally saying, "I don't know how to end presentations."
I did see that. Yes, I was there for that. I sure did. And I don't know how to end presentations, but that's it.
Yep. I'm like, when people don't believe me when I say I just black out when I do public speaking, like no sane person would have said that.
And then the MC comes in. She goes, "Okay, well, that's good.
I guess that's over."
I guess it's over, but we still have time for questions if anybody has any questions.
I knew it was like shorter than I usually have, so I kind of like rushed through it, and it took 20 minutes. I had like 30, so.
Yeah, you did fine. Great, man. Obviously, some people reached out, so they followed up on that. That was great. But yeah, I got pulled away for a little bit because, again, your stage was right there by our booth, which was really amazing. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so much to learn from these conferences, so much to learn as far as getting that attention at these conferences. But stick with Brandon, and we'll help you out. We'll teach you every step of the way. So, and with that, if you found some value in this episode, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button so we can continue to bring you these amazing insight from all of our podcast conferences and other conferences and all of our adventures. Stick with us, kid. We'll go places. So hit that subscribe button. We'll go together. With that, I'm Larry Roberts.
I'm Sarah Lucy, and I don't know how to end episodes.